Hey, I'm Kristen, and if you're new here, I talk everything self-care so that you can live a self-care life. If taking better care of yourself is something you're working on this year, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications every time I post a new video. Today, I wanted to talk about dating yourself. This is a small mind shift change that I made in my life just recently. And instead of viewing my quality time as just quality time with myself, I started viewing it as a date with myself. Because think about what a date is. A date, at least to me, is hopefully spending quality time with someone you really care about, letting them know they're important to you, doing something you want to do, and getting to know them better. That is exactly how I want to treat myself in my quality time. Your relationship with you is the most important relationship you're going to have. It doesn't matter if you're single or married or have the best family and friends in the world. No relationship is going to replace that relationship that you have with yourself. So who better to go on a date with than you? I recently started thinking about this because I love my quality time, but quality time can just mean different things to different people. And I really wanted to intentionally work on my relationship with me. And I thought about dating as the best way to do that. And looking into it and experiencing it for myself, I think there's so many benefits that I want you guys to feel and you guys to experience when you do this for yourself. So the next time you're thinking of spending quality time with yourself, carve out a date, carve out in your schedule some uninterrupted time where you're going to do exactly what you want to do. And a kind of a way I looked at it was, I don't know if you've ever heard of the 5 love languages, but the 5 love languages are gifts, acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, and physical touch. So if you ever take that test, you can kind of see what things are important to you in a relationship. And I like to apply that to my dates with myself too. So for me, quality time, acts of service, I think those are my top 2. So when I go on a date with myself, I want to do something for myself. I want to show myself an act of service. I want to do something kind for myself or my body or my mental health. And then I want to spend that quality time with myself. I want to get to know me. I want to work on my relationship with me. So my favorite thing to do now is kind of just take a journal book with me or go somewhere for a meal or sit down with a nice drink, whether it's coffee or a glass of wine or something just for me that I really enjoy, and talk to myself and see, how are things going? How do I feel about my life? What am I passionate about right now? What do I want to do more of? The conversations that you would have on a date with someone, those are the conversations you should be having with yourself. Get to know the person. You know that feeling when you're on a date and you're just so into the other person and you just want to know everything they're thinking and how they feel about life and what they're working on and who they are. That's the feeling you should have with yourself. That's the feeling of taking yourself on a date and doing exactly what you want to do and saying to yourself, you are interesting and you are valuable and I care about you and I want to know about you. And that's how you work on your relationship with yourself. So for me, one of the things I like to do is just get a coffee and come down by the river and think and watch the water. It's so peaceful. But for you, it might be something totally different. I know some people talk about taking themselves to restaurants. It's not my favorite thing to eat alone. I find I normally end up talking to more people at the restaurant when I'm by myself. So I'll like to pick up food sometimes, or I like to go to a bookstore, go shopping. If gifts are your love language, go take yourself out and buy yourself something. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be hugely time consuming. When you're dating someone, you just want to see them as much or as little as you possibly can. I remember when I first met my husband, we would see each other every single day we could, even if it was just for 5 minutes or for coffee. We woke up at 4 a.m. to go get coffee with each other because, we lived farther away. And so to spend that quality time, we made the time just to spend time with each other. And if we treated ourselves like that, it's just so wild to think how great our relationships would be with ourselves. So that's what I wanted to stop by and say. If you need ideas for what to do for yourself for a date, check out those 5 love languages. Check out the ways that you feel loved. going on a date with yourself is such an opportunity to treat yourself with the golden rule. Treat yourself how you want to be treated. You know, if someone's not taking you to the restaurant you like, or the movie you want to see, or people want to do things differently, or you just haven't had time to yourself for a while, schedule that time. Keep that appointment with yourself. Tell yourself you're valuable. Make yourself a priority. Your relationship with you're with yourself 24 hours a day. How you treat yourself and how you talk to yourself and how you value yourself matters. And that's the relationship you want to work on. That's the relationship you want to court. And by the way, that improves all of your other relationships. I know when I was single and dating, when I was feeling the best about myself, I felt like the whole world mirrored that back to me. And, you know, my relationships with my family are better when I'm taken care of. My relationships with my husband is better when I'm taken care of. My relationships with my 2 dogs are better when I'm in a good place. You know, you're just a happier person to be around and happy to be living this life when you know that you're taking care of you. Wow, it's really coming down. So take yourself on a date this week. Go over to my Instagram, Kristen Jezik. Tell me what you're doing. Tag me in your dates. Take a photo. Let me know how you're treating yourself and what kind of quality time you're spending with yourself this week. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and like it and comment below where you're going to take yourself on a date. What do you think about taking yourself on a date? And just let's talk there. But yeah, find me on Instagram, find me in the comments, subscribe, hit the bell for more videos like this, or let me know what you want to see. I love coming to you every week and talking about self-care, trying different self-care. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week.